Well, hello, my fiends. This is your fiend, David the Rock Nelson, B-Monts the Movie Maker, for 26 years and counting, like that James Bond song called 007 on counting. You know, like in Diamonds Are Forever, where they go 10 seconds on counting. And they're counting down. Anyway, but yeah, 26 years and beyond. Yeah. Anyway, I got good news. I got my book today from Graydon Clark from Nevada out there. I got my book from Graydon Clark, who was in this movie, Dracula versus Frankenstein. 10 dead men's bodies were used to fashion Dr. Frankenstein's infamous creature. Tens of thousands of victims have kept Count Dracula alive for 3 centuries. Only one of these beings will survive their meeting. Dracula versus Frankenstein. Yeah. If you see the trailer on YouTube, that's what the guy says. Yeah, pretty. It's pretty a little bit gory, but not too much. It's a great movie. And got Russ Tamblyn in his greatest role ever since Satan Sadist. In my opinion, Russ Tamblyn's greatest role was as a biker Rico in Satan Sadist. That's where he says he's wearing the hat. Where's my hat? Well, anyway, he's wearing a hat. He goes, I wish I had a hat around. I could do the scene better. But anyway, he says, yeah, you're right, I'm a rotten beep. I admit it. But I'll tell you something. Even though I got a lot of hate inside, I got some friends who ain't got hate inside. They're filled with nothing but love. Their only crime is writing poetry in the sand, looking at the stars at night. And what do? You bust down their doors, man. You dumb cop. You bust on their doors and you bust on their heads. I was born mean. By the time I was 12, they called me Satan. Anyway, but I'm not glorifying Satan. I believe in Jesus, but that's a good movie. It's a biker movie. It's like a more lower budget, Hell's Angels kind of like, or Easy Rider, but it's better. And it's got that guy, and then and Graydon Clark's in it as one of the bikers. Graydon Clark's one of the bikers, and he's also in this movie. He plays Strange in this movie. Yeah, and it's got Lon Chaney Jr. and J. Carroll Nation, their last movie. Yeah, it really, it's a good, Al Adamson's greatest movie, and Sam Sherman. I met them at the Chiller Theater. Where's that? Right here. Here, I got a picture of it right there. That's me, and Al Adamson, and Sam Sherman. When I met them at Chiller Theater, see, I wore my Invasion of the Saucermen shirt by Artie Freeman. And you think that's me and Al Adamson? Real nice guy. Nice guys, both of them. And then here I am with Al Adamson's then main squeeze. That's Stevie Ashlock. Or that's Al Adamson and Stevie Ashlock, excuse me. That's him and his then main squeeze. Because his wife, Regina Carroll, died. She was a nice looking girl in Dracula vs. Frankenstein. Beautiful. And she was in Satan Sadist. Yeah, too bad. She was only 49. She had breast cancer. And I talked to Al. He said it spread throughout her body. Yeah, it's only 49, man. It's too young. Then here I am posing with Stevie Ashlock. That's Al Adamson's then main squeeze. But he's nice to let me pose with her, But she was the nicest gal. She was like the nicest person at that whole fest, Chiller Theater Expo '94. Very friendly. Even though you met her earlier, she'd come up and she'd meet you walking around. She'd come and say, "Hi, how you doing?" She came up and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And she talked to my friends and stuff and. Very friendly and outgoing, man. We need more people like that. Amen. Last I heard, she's a Christian contemporary singer, and I think she's a model, too. And she's in some B movies, I think, in some of Al's movies. See, I'm wearing my Invasion of the Saucer Man shirt there by Artie Freeman. Real nice gal. And then I'm with Coffin Joe right there. Coffin Joe at the Chiller Theater wearing the Saucer Man shirt. Look at that face. Look at that face. That's a face only a mother could love. Look at that. See, I got my Joe Frazier beard today, see? See, I'm looking like my hero smoking Joe Frazier. Oh, here's another picture of me with Coffin Joe. That was Chiller Theater, May 94. Yeah. By Something Weird Video. They were showing his movies on 8mm that weekend. So anyway, Al Adamson, director of Dracula vs. Frankenstein. But right now... Oh, and here's my devil hat. My devil is going to get you if you don't watch the rest of this video. Yeah. So, one reason why I was on Vice Lane Cable, why I've been on so many shows, because I'm a strange guy. I admit it. Like Russ Tamblyn says in Satan Says, he goes, yeah, you're right, I'm a rotten beep. I admit it. But I'll tell you something, just like me, I admit that I'm eccentric. People call me weird, strange, but in a good way, in a fun way. Like, yes, Ron Adams from the Monster Bash, that's right here. So you got my Monster Bash shirt on. CreepyClassics.com. I'm a guest there every year. Every June, I'm going to be a guest there this June 2018. I've been to every Monster Bash since 97. I've been to every one, and I've been a guest since 98. At every Monster Bash since 98, I've been an annual guest of horror, guest of honor. I won a Forey Award over there, life-size, it's like about this high. It's about, it's about 15 inches high, but, about a foot high. And it's a statue of Forey Ackerman with Frankenstein boots on. They call it the Forey Award. Ron Adams gives some of them away every year. I got it the same year as Mr. Big. That was back in 2012. I got mine. Mr. Big Bird Eye Gordon got one the same night, same day. Anyway, I got my package from Mr. Clark here. Graydon Clark from Dracula vs. Frankenstein, and he directs his own movies. He wrote a book on it called Movies on the Cheap. And he's been Al Adamson's movies. What was that other one? I think it was in Horror of the Blood Monsters. He might have been in that one. I don't know if he was in that one or not. I think that one. But he's been in a lot of Al Adamson's movies. So anyway, I think Blood of Dracula's Castle was one of them. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna open this up now. Okay, here we go. And I think he directed The Uninvited, which I got a copy of. So here we go. I'm opening up the package now. Getting Graydon Clark's book. Here we go. The Uninvited with, George Kennedy. The one who was in airport. The one with the plane, and he gets the plane to move finally at the end. He's got that big stogie in his mouth. Like this George Kennedy in airplane. I'm gonna get this thing off the ground. And he gets that thing, out of the way in airport. Yeah, so, okay, we're opening up Gary Clark's package here. Here we go, getting his book. And here it is. Look, there it is, man. Well, it's all wrapped up nice and, real good in plastic wrap to protect it. Here it is, man. Look, autographed. Look at Uninvited, autographed by Gary Clark. Yeah, and I believe he produced, written, and directed by not Gary Clark, Graydon Clark, excuse me. Written, produced, and directed by Graydon Clark, The Uninvited, autographed to me, man. Look at that. And look, Movies on the Cheap, man. There it is. There's the book by Graydon Clark. And he autographed this to me too, man. I'm going to show you right now. Here it is. Here it is. See, in the front, you got it. Right there, see? See, he autographed it to me. It says right here, it says, to David Rock Nelson, B Monster Movie Maker, your friend, Graydon Clark. And he's also my fiend, too. But that's okay. But yeah, that's great, man. And then, look, a nice book, man. It shows how he made his movies. It's got some nice pictures in here. Look at that. How do you like that cover, man, with the monster there? See, okay, and then look I got something extra. Because I had a little trouble, that's the first time I've, I don't usually I don't have a credit card, so I'm not used to it. I got a B-Fest ticket every year for the annual B Movie Fest in Evanston, Northwestern University, Evanston, where they have the annual B-Fest. They show 24 hours of B movies every year. I'm not really a crazy guy. I'm not what you call like Abby normal, like in Young Frankenstein, Abby normal, but in a good way. Ron Adams on Monster Bash says, yeah, you're different, you're unusual, but in a nice way, in a good way, in a fun way, because I'm a fun guy. That's why they invite me back that's why WGN Morning News invites me every Halloween since '97, because I'm a fun guy. I wrote them for 3.5 years, and then after 3.5 years of writing them, like 3 times a year, telling about my movies, and every time my movie was reviewed in a magazine, good or bad, I sent them a Xerox copy of the review. Even if it was a bad review, I said, yeah, I was in another magazine, look. And I sent Xerox pictures of photos my brother and my friends took of me with my different disguise, a werewolf or as Dr. Frankenstein or whatever, in my movies. And I make Xerox copies. I mean, like 20, 30 Xerox copies. And I'd send one to each channel in Chicago. ABC Channel 7. CBS Channel 2, NBC Channel 5, Fox Chicago on Channel 32, Channel 11, WTTW, the window to the world. They had Wild Chicago. Then I wrote Channel 50, UPN, WGN Morning News, WGN TV in Chicago, home of Bozo, home of the Creature Features in the 1960s. So, you know, I wrote but I wrote all those stations at least once, you know, at the beginning, back in 91 when I started making monster movies. But WGN, I'd write them 3 times a year because they were more local. I felt strong about WGN and Channel 32, so I wrote those guys the most. Mostly WGN. Fox 32 Chicago put me on first. Bob Surratt. He showed clips of me back in 94, 95, and in 99. WGN called me in 97. They said, yeah, you've been writing us for years. When can you be on? I said, well, whenever you want. So they said, you know, I always write them. I said, feel free to call me anytime. I didn't beg them. I just said, if you're interested in having me on, feel free to call me anytime. And I always leave my phone number. This is before I used email, you know, and they 3.5 years of letter writing, handwritten letters, yeah, and it worked. I also made a form letter and sent it out to all the channels. I made the typed form letter, I typed it. I made my own letterhead at Kinko's with pictures of my movies, pictures of me directing, and I said, you know, I'm David Rock Nelson. I'm a local, low-budget B-monster movie maker. They call me the Ed Wood of Chicago, the Ed Wood of the 90s back then. And I sent that to all the stations. And I hand-signed each one, and I typed, you know, Dear WGN or Dear Fox 32 or Dear NBC. But I left the top part blank, but the letter was a form letter I sent, and it worked. I've been on like 5 of those channels at least. I got on Jon Stewart show. He saw my videos in a video store in L.A. He calls me up. His producer calls me up like the next Monday. Says, "Yeah, we want to have you on the show. John wants to have you on the show. He saw your movies down there in Hollywood at Mondo Video out there, you know, near Griffith Park." So all right, here we go. Autograph poster from Graydon Clark, not Gary Clark. Gary Clark was in How to Make a Monster. He played the teenager that got made up as the teenage werewolf in How to Make a Monster by AIP, you know, Samuel Ziarkoff film. This is Graydon Clark. Graydon Clark, a poster of The Uninvited. Look, there's the cat. There's the cat, man. Look, to David Rock Nelson, best wishes, Graydon Clark. Yeah, and look, it's autographed on this side too, man. Look at that. To David Rock Nelson, Graydon Clark. There it is. Good luck. Hey, man, nice guy. That's what a cat's on board the ship. This guy, George Kennedy. See, I told you, the guy that's in airport. Yeah. Yeah, he's one of the big stogie in his mouth. Gets that plane off the air, you know. Wearing out the engine there. There's the kitty. Isn't he a cute kitty? I love cats. I love those cat monster movies. I'm making one called Frankencat. It's a short film. And Drac Cat. It's I put a black plastic bag, you know, the loop, and I cut so it looks like a bat cape, you know. It's a black plastic bag, and I put it around the cat's head so it looks like she's got a cape on and walking around. And I put fake bolts on the neck of my kitty cat with a clothes hanger, bent it, took 2 cardboard ends of the clothes hanger, you know, the cardboard part, cut a couple inches, and I put tin foil, aluminum foil around it to look shiny like Frankenstein. And you know, I bent the wire of the clothes hanger and put it around the kitty's head. Actually, no, I didn't. I used plastic. I cut some plastic, bendable plastic, and those bolts hanging around the kitty's neck. She looks like a Frankenstein, a Frankencat, you know. So, you know, I like those cat monsters. So that's coming soon. Dave Rock Nelson's Frankencat and Drag Cat. So here's the book that I got. Okay, I recommend you get it. I'm getting inspired by reading this stuff, man. Oh, and I want to say one more thing. Speaking of Al Adamson, I want to say something. Over here is a poster from Dracula versus Frankenstein right there on my wall right there. See, Dracula versus Frankenstein. And it's autographed, see, it's autographed to my friend Mark the Vampire who passed away recently. But this is a copy of it, Al Adamson. And down here, see, autographed by Sam Sherman. This is a copy. This is the original I sent to my friend Mark back in '94. This is a copy of it. And here's one autographed to me. To David. And it says Sam Sherman right there, 8/1/93. That is, I got that. I got that from him at Fanix, the Fanix 7 convention back in '93. These are some of that triple bill, you know, Dracula vs. Frankenstein, Frankenstein's Bloody Terror. And there's a movie that I didn't make. I was a teenage werewolf. That's by Christopher Frieri. There's my Frankenstein poster. This is my dungeon right here. You know, you got the werewolf, you got Dracula, you got King Kong. Yeah. Okay, and then there's the King Kong bank, and there's the Cyclops I made in 7th grade. I still got it. Yeah, made out of toilet paper tubes and a Quaker Oats box. And I painted it, paper mache. And there's a drawing I did of the Teenage Frankenstein, right there. You know, see my dungeon right here. You know, I got that. And there's a girl I met on Mancow, but she's covering it up. She's covering it up. So it's family friendly. There's a Frankenstein I made when I was in Bible college. I hung that in the dorm window. And I hung this in dorm number 2 window of Dracula at Bible college for Halloween because, you know, I got to show these Baptists how to have fun. You know, and they should watch Svengoolie. In fact, my Dean of Men, when I came back to visit the college like 7 years later, I came back and I told my former Dean of Men, Dean of Students, I told him, Paul Stevens is his name. Not the actor Paul Stevens, it was another Paul Stevens. But I said, yeah, I make monster movies now. And I told him about it, and he was watching them on the monitor, and he said that he wanted to order some of my movies. He hasn't yet, but he wants to order some of my movies. He says he shows his kids Dracula versus Frankenstein like every year. You know, he likes the Abbott and Costello meet Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, the Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. So, you know, he likes those classic movies. So, you know, it's good to have fun and watch monster movies like you know, like our fiend said, you know, from Creature Features. Paul Stanley and the rest of them say, keep America strong, watch monster movies. Well, keep America strong, watch horror movies. But I say, keep America strong, watch monster movies. Yeah, see, I got my Creature Feature fan club pin. I got that from Mr. Lobo, horror host. And then I got this from Bill Drac Edwards at Monster Bash. That's my Creature from the Black Lagoon pin. And I'll see you. I've been talking too much. I got some more Java. And I'm going to go up and watch Svengoolie now. He's showing Godzilla versus the Thing tonight. So I better get moving because I don't want to miss that. Let's see, what time is it? I finally got an Android in my pocket. Oh, it's 7:08. Oh, I missed the beginning. Well, Godzilla vs. the Thing is on right now. That's because I've been talking too long. I got to shut up and go upstairs and watch Svengoolie. That's this guy right there. There's Svengoolie right there. There's my Svengoolie t-shirt on top of my little desk here. And I got the book. And then I don't want to spill my coffee on the book, so I'm going to put it over there. And then over here I got another Svengoolie shirt right there. You got a whole collection of them. And right here I got a Son of Ghoul shirt from my fiend Son of Ghoul. He's a nice guy too. He's a Cleveland, Ohio horror host. See my masks right there. My King Kong bank. There's my Cyclops I made in 7th grade. There's the werewolf mask I wore in Conrad Brooks versus the Werewolf and Werewolf and the Witch. You can see it's all eaten away right there. Okay, I'll see you. Oh, and by the way, I want you people to know that I still got it. I still got it. I'm 61, but I could still do my push-ups, man. Last week I did I did a set of 35 push-ups and then a set of 25 like 3 minutes later. So I had a total of 60 push-ups. See, look at it, I still got it. Look at it. Oh, you people jealous of my body. See, I got my Smoking Joe Frazier beard, see? Smoking Joe Frazier, left hook. How about Vinny Pazienza, the Paz Man? The Pazmanian Devil. Yeah. I'm 61 and I still got it. That's when I'm doing push-ups, you know, triceps. I do my push-ups. Last night I did my upright rows and then curls. 2 sets of like 20 reps. And here's my poster of Smoking Joe Frazier, my favorite fighter. I met him 3 times. See, he got the beard. See, I got a beard like him, see? See? See, I told you, see? Yeah. See, I'm bad. I'm the white Joe Frazier. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. Here's my Dinosaur Woman movie, The Master. Here's another new movie I did, Bigfoot Runs Amok. Previews of my movies. You know. So, you know, buy my movies. My movies are good. This is the master. You get a nice cover on mine. You know, it's got a picture of the dinosaur woman on the cover. See, here's one. Here's the cover. Right there. That's Dinosaur Woman, see? And Forey Ackerman's in it. Svengoolie's in it. Do you see Svengoolie? And I play the mad doctor who finds a dinosaur egg. Here's the cover for Bigfoot Runs Amok. I did the art myself. I drew that picture. And it's got me in it. And that's got, and then here's another one I did with Conrad Brooks. Conrad Brooks versus the Werewolf. This is the movie that Jon Stewart saw in the Mondo video store. The guys showed this to him. They said, come on, you got to see this guy's movies. They showed him this movie, and he says, wow, this is wild. I got to have this guy on my show. So this movie, it was a bootleg copy they had in that store. I didn't even sell it to them. They were like renting it out, and I wasn't making anything. They made a few bucks. They might have made like 30, 40 bucks renting it out. But when I went down there in 95, I said, that's okay. You know, you guys got me on TV because you guys promoted it and showed this to Jon Stewart. You got me on TV. So I said, keep running it out. Keep the profits. You know, because they weren't making a whole lot off. They had like thousands of videos in that video store. You know what? Maybe they made 50 bucks off it. I don't know. Renting it out for a couple bucks a week, you know. So I said, hey, you know, they helped me out. I got on national TV because of a bootleg copy. So I told those guys, I said, you know, you can keep renting it out because, you know, you guys helped me out. If they hadn't told Jon Stewart about my movie, I wouldn't have been on TV. So, you know, you got to be grateful. When people promote your movie, you got to, you know, be nice and give credit where credit is due. And thank people when they help you out. Amen. And then Miss Werewolf, see? That's another movie I did. It's got Roger Corman and Svengoolie and Forey Ackerman. And see, there they are. They're the three titans of terror. Forey Ackerman, Roger Corman, and Svengoolie. Yeah. See Miss Werewolf go on a wild rampage. I drew that picture too. And I did, of course, Devil Ant. You know, you saw Devil Ant earlier. What did I do with my Devil Ant? Here he is. And you better watch this video. You better buy my movies and fiend me on Facebook and see my videos on YouTube, or my Devil Ant's gonna get you.